Guys, we are live. Welcome. Hey guys, listen. I'm going to go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am your bougiest, countryest, ratchetest person that you're going to meet, okay? More bougie than anything. So, but we're going to get started, y'all. Listen, because I believe in being on time, because if you're on time, you can leave on time. So, how are y'all doing today? Like, how was your day today? Like, tell me your win, a win that you had today, one win, right? Because we don't take L's, we take lessons, right? Even if your win is like, I woke up today and that's all I did today, it's still a win, right? So, because you're alive and you have another day to, like, just live life. So, but what's up, y'all? Like, what are y'all doing? Like me, I'm saying like a lot. Me, I had a very beautiful day. Like, it was beautiful. I am living my life in a state of delusion. I call it delusion, where I wake up every day and I'm like, okay, regardless of what happens today, I'm still gonna have a marvelous, beautiful, super-tastic day. Okay, even if it's like the weight of the world feels like it's on my shoulders. However, I don't actually feel like that. I have transitioned the way that I think so that I don't feel like that. I don't feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders compared to maybe at the beginning of the year or in February. I felt kind of like, oh my gosh, the pressures of life is getting to me. So I had to tap into my higher power, who I choose to be my sky daddy, who is the Lord God Almighty. Like, I had to really tap into that for myself and learn, like, God, you got it. Because if you don't got it, Lord, I might be in jail. So tapping into that has really helped me transition into like this Zen space that I've been in lately. And like really believing that I am who I say that I am, right? Because sometimes we say things and we don't believe them, but you have to like believe that you are who you say you are. Like, who you want to be in 5 years, you have to start believing that you're that person now, and you're working towards that now. I watch a lot of, I like to be on TikTok, and I'm on, I don't know what side of TikTok y'all are on, but on my side of TikTok, it is plant talk and like Christian talk. I see a lot of like just silliness, right? I love a good church moment, okay? I am a PK, born and bred, and I know I've always been a PK, but I never really come out and say like, oh, I'm a preacher's kid, because I never wanted to lead with that. I wanted people to see me and not see my mom, who is my pastor, okay? I wanted them to see me, right? And I had to, not like I was living a double life, but it was always like, I'm more than just church. I'm more than just God. I'm more than just everything else that comes along with church. But now in this season of my life, I'm really tapping into, hey sis, I'm really tapping into just my God energy, like that energy inside of me that's always been there. I'm just tapping into it, and it has really calmed my spirit, and it's really calmed my mind. I will tell you, when I'm kind of getting into stuff, but when I left my marriage and we got a divorce, we was separated, I really started having really bad anxiety, and I was struggling with depression. And so I started counseling, I started therapy. I was on therapy medication, like I was on anxiety medication. I had to take my pills. I just looked at those pills the other day, and I'm like, I haven't even taken these in almost a year, because I started tapping into that God energy. How you doing today, sis? Oh, so Listen, I done jumped ahead because I need to tell y'all about my nails, okay? Because my nail tech, okay, she is the bomb.com. So if you're in the Charlotte area, even if you're a hater, it's okay. You can use my nail tech, okay? Just go and scroll on my page and you will find her information, because my nail tech is the bomb. Y'all see my nails? Y'all see that? I'm ready. I'm competition ready. I got purple because we're going to do damage, you know. So, okay. Thank you, girl. You know, I try. You know, I had to actually go to work today. You know, I don't go to work every day, but you know, I did go to work today. So, you know, I tried a little bit. I tried, you know. It wasn't the best because, baby, I ain't want to go. But I hope y'all got y'all tea, because I got my tea. Y'all, don't look at my thing, because I am missing the G off my name, because I'm Big Gwen, not the little. Never the little. I'm Big G, okay? Big Gwen, okay? Period. Okay, so I hope you got your tea. I have your questions, and I have notes, because I know me, and I will go on a tangent, and we'll be at that one point for 5 hours, and then I'm gonna bring it back home, you know, like a good. So I'm gonna make like Christian references. So if you don't know the Christian reference, especially black Christian references, I beg your pardon, but I am a PK at heart, born and raised, born and bred. I go to church every Sunday. I have missed a couple Sundays because y'all know, well, if you don't know, I was out there for a little bit, and you know, so, but the core of who I am is a Christian girly, okay? So I might hit you with the let the church say what? Amen. Okay, period. You got it. So that's what we're gonna tap in today. But if you are ready to get started, because I know I am, because listen, I'm supposed to be at Bible study at 7. Okay, so I wasn't gonna be before you long. See, that's another church reference. I'm not gonna be before you long. But but I understand that there are questions, and I did not realize. I thought I was gonna have like, you know, 5 questions, but y'all wanted to know the tea, and that's fine, because I guess I can give y'all my credentials or whatever. Hi, my name is Darshell, also known as Shelly Mobella. Shelly Mobella is, my family calls me Shelly, okay? Like, so if you know me and we cool like that, you can call me Shelly, right? So, Shelly, my middle name starts with Mo, so Shelly Mo, and then Bella is because I'm beautiful, okay? So, Shelly Mo Bella, because I'm always more beautiful every day, you know, and I really hope and I pray that, you know, you find that beautiful place in your heart if you have not found it, because I feel like everybody should, you know, understand that the beauty starts within and then it radiates outwardly. So, because what's in your heart, you know, the Bible says something about that. And, you know, I'm not going to quote no scriptures. But, you know, what's in your heart will come out, right? Flowing from my heart. So, oh, yeah, I love to sing too, y'all. me. But anyway, so, if you're ready to get started, drop me some hearts, y'all. Because, you know, listen, I'm being ghetto. Drop me some hearts, because I feel like, you know, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have good conversations. I feel like we should do this all the time. You know, tea talk. So I have taken your questions and I have put them into categories, okay? And it's like 3 questions per category. However, I kind of ran some of them together, and I'm going to answer them because I feel like this is needed. Okay, thank you for my hearts. Period. Okay, period. Okay, so also I did wear this to work, sort of, kinda. Okay, but this is also my Anyway, so the first thing we're going to talk about tonight is purpose and calling. What did you do today besides nails? Okay, like, what was your win today? My win, I did not tell y'all my win. My win today is actually doing this live, because transparent moment, like, I've always been afraid of my voice. And I know that was, you know, I hate the way my voice sounds. Like, I feel like I do not have, I always wanted one of them, like, you know, real soft, you know, me, you know, one of them soft voices. However, you know, I have this voice, and I'm like, you know, I'm in a place in my life where I'm ready for my voice to be heard, because I'm ready to make some noise, period. You understand? I'm ready to make some noise. Are you ready to make some noise? I'm ready to make some noise. So we're making noise. Oh, I never told y'all about my credentials. See, that's what I'm saying. I should have had bullet points. So, my name is Darshell, and I am a business and marketing guru. If you do not know, my family has been getting free game from me for years, my family and friends. So I wanted to give y'all free game, right? Because before there was Chat GPT, there was me. Okay, like I'm one of those people you can say, hey, Shell, can you, I was thinking about starting this business. What do you think? And then in like 5 seconds, I'm like, oh my gosh, you should do this. And are you taking notes? So that is me. Like, that's what I do. So before Chat GPT, there was me, right? But the only thing, and I love Chat GPT and it is amazing or whatever, first of all, but I want to give you some, it's hurting the environment. So I always say use it with caution, right? Now you have to pay for, I think you can ask it like 10 questions a day. After that, you have to pay. And on top of that, Chat GPT does not have innovation, does not have creativity, right? It's just going to give you the facts. And so that's why you still need people who are versed in marketing and not just promotion, because there are 7 P's of marketing, guys. And most of the time when people say, oh, I market, they're only doing promotion, and that's 1 P. And promotion is one of the smallest P's in marketing, but people don't tell you that because they are unlearned. However, I say, you have to ask questions. Like, you should always ask questions about your business and use ChatGPT while it's free. I always say that, but use it with caution. And also, again, I am a Christian, so I always consult the Lord before I do anything, right? So we're going to jump right into these questions. Hey, bestie. How you doing tonight? How you doing? I see you. Hey, my daughter's bestie, one of her cheer bestie. How you doing, girl? So, draw me some hearts. Let me know. We're gonna jump into these questions. And I'm just excited. I'm excited for where my life is going. I'm excited for the things that are yet to come. I really am. Every day I get up and I'm like, this is so true. Like, you should speak things into the atmosphere. So it's a song that say, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I literally say that every day because I want to be rich in wealth. I want to be rich in abundance. I want to be rich for real. I want to be prosperous. And so me speaking that into my life, like, I am rich, I am prosperous, I'm going to have all of these things. And then living my life in this Delulu land of like, oh, I already have it. Instead of always being like, oh, I don't have it. Oh, I don't. I'm just like, we're going to figure it out, because if it needs to get done, it's going to get done, right? Regardless. So I tap into my higher power, which is the Holy Spirit, and which is God, Sky Daddy. Because, I love me some of my Sky Daddy. And I'm like, Lord, let's figure it out. And so we figured it out together. So here we go, y'all. So like I said, I got some categories. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 5 categories. And I have taken your questions and I made them into smaller questions or yes, I'm rich, like every day. I think there was a Jay-Z song. He was like, I'm rich. It was like in there. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to start doing it every day. I'm rich. Because I'm rich, baby. I'm rich in everything. I'm rich in wealth. I'm rich in health. Just whatever it is, you got to start speaking what you need and then start walking in it and start acting like it. Because once you act like it, that's the delusion of it, right? Once you start acting like it, it'll start happening for you. And you're going to, like a year from now, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got everything that I wanted, right? Because where I am now is where I prayed for. To be honest, I prayed for this 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm standing in there. It's just, it looks a little funky because I didn't think it was going to look the way it looks, but I am standing where I want it to be. So I am grateful for that. So we're going to jump into our questions. The first question is about purpose and calling. It's 3 questions. The first question was, what does it really mean to grow in purpose? And how do I know if I'm in alignment with it? Okay, because I'm saying that I'm growing in purpose every day, right? So first you have to understand what purpose is. Purpose is the reason why you exist. Why do you feel like you exist? And you figure that out from your values, from what you believe, from experiences, right? So for example, I feel like I exist because I want to help girls and women, find their purpose and whatever their purpose is. And it's really crazy because my mom, that's all she talks about. Like, if you know my mom, she always talks about purpose, and she's like, you have to walk in purpose every day. You should You should know what God has called you to be. You should walk in that, and you should be that for people. And so from a young age, I've always walked in purpose. The crazy thing is, when I was 18, was I 19? I was 19, okay, y'all, because I was out, like I said, I was, I was out there a little bit, okay? And so I was pregnant with Mona, okay? I did not know I was pregnant, and then when I found out I was pregnant, I maybe had I found out December, and I had Mona in May. So, my mom, my mom was a tough mom, okay? She was tough. And she sat me on the bed because I wrote her a letter, because my mama, I really couldn't talk to my mama growing up. And I know for me, for my children, I'm like, I want you to be able to come and talk to me. Like, I don't care if it's something crazy. Even if I'm frustrated, don't come talk to me. Wait. But if it's something major and you need help, don't feel afraid to come to me and say, I need help. Even if it's hey, mom, I don't want to talk to you, but I need help and I want to talk to somebody else. Can you help me? That's fine too. I wanted to make sure that that's something, because I felt like growing up, I really couldn't talk to my mama, because it was if it ain't Jesus. Anyway, so I had told my mama I was pregnant. I wrote her a letter. And so my mama, I love my mama. She, instead of reading the letter and then coming and talk to me, she gonna get the letter off her bed. Wherever I left, I can't remember. I think I left on her bed. And then she gonna come in my room and sit on my bed. So I'm over there breathing hard, because, back in the day, your mama, they was kind of, my mom was tough, okay? So she reading the letter, and she reading the letter on the edge of my bed. And I'm sitting there, I'm acting like I can't breathe, because I really couldn't breathe. And so she said, well, because my name is Darshell, but my mother calls me Dashell, okay? And my stepdad calls me Don Shell. But that's besides the point. So my mom goes, well, Darshell, well, what you gonna do? Because all the girls at the church, they're gonna look up to you. And if you keep making these type of mistakes, what are you teaching them? And so that always stuck with me, even now. Because it's at first I was upset, because I'm like, why would she say that? Because I should be able to make mistakes. You're right. You should be able to make mistakes. But my mistakes grew me to this point. My mistakes grew me so that I can help my children, and I can help their friends, and I can help, you know what I mean? So in hindsight, 2020, gosh, I'm about to have a 17-year-old. 17 years later, I actually know what I want to do. I actually know what I'm called to do. So I'm so excited about that. So that's my purpose. I feel like I'm supposed to help women and girls and boys too. That's fine. Grow who they are supposed to be in life. Okay, so that's my purpose. So my experience taught me that was my purpose. Okay, I know that I'm in alignment because it's easy. It's not easy every day, but it's a peace. I have peace. It's okay, even when it's I feel oh my gosh, I don't feel called, I'm still at peace, right? So for me, that's what it's about. So I know I'm in alignment because I'm at peace. And when I start thinking things, or if I'm saying oh, I need this, it'll happen for me. It's oh, okay, well, I needed that resource. So that's how I know that I'm in alignment. The next question is, can purpose change in different seasons of your life? So for me, it's yes and no. And the reason why it's yes and no, because the assignment may change, but the mission may not. Okay, so for every season, you may have a different assignment, but the mission is the same. The mission is to grow people, to make them so that they can have a better life, for me. So that assignment may change. When I was 17, 18, 19, 20, my assignment was to grow my children and to grow the girls at my church. I started a dance team. I did this. I was over the youth ministry and stuff like that, but the mission is the same, right? I want to make sure that you have the tools that you need so that you can be successful. Okay, when I got married, okay, the assignment was a little different, but the mission was the same, okay? After divorce, when I got divorced, now walking in my purpose, walking in my mission, the mission is the same. I want to make sure that you get the tools that you need. So the assignment can change, but the mission is the same. Hey girl, hey cousin. Okay, so my next question is, what were some signs that confirmed that you were walking in your God-given calling? So for me, right now, it's peace. When I was not living in peace, okay, a couple years ago, I was not living in peace. And my prayer was, Lord, I want peace. When I bought my home 10 years ago, I said, this is a place of peace. This is a place of serenity. This is a place of healing. This is a place of hope. That was the prayer for my home. And as I transitioned into a lot of things, okay, that was no longer the case. So my prayer was, Lord, I need to restore back the peace, the hope, the love in my home. And whatever it takes to get to peace, love, hope in my home, because if my home is chaotic, I'm chaotic. And I don't want to live in a place of chaos, because there's no rest in chaos. And I need there to be rest in my home. And so now I have rest, okay? Also, I'm in my saved girl era. If you did not know, honey, look, I love the Lord, okay? The Lord got my back. And I really feel like Sky Daddy, who is God, my Lord, the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, to me. Now, I don't know about you. You have the power to choose, okay? But for me, God really, like, we like this. We locked in, okay? So, in my saved girl era, I had to walk in forgiveness. Now, my home girl, we was, you know, we don't really talk on the phone, but we be, you know, texting and stuff and sending memes and stuff. So we was talking and she was like, you know, I'm going in this season I have to walk in forgiveness. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna pray for ABC XYZ. And I said, girl, let me tell you something. I ain't there yet. But I aspired to be there. I was like, okay, I need to get to a place of forgiveness, of total forgiveness. Okay, we're gonna work on that reconciliation, but you know, I need to be able to walk in reconciliation, right? And so I'm like, Lord, I need to be able to walk in forgiveness, but I also need you to forgive me, because you know the model prayer says, forgive me as I forgive those who have trespassed against me or sinned against me. So I'm like, Lord, so allow me to fully forgive, like I don't want no qualms. I don't care. Like, I want to fully forgive. And so I'm in that space now, and I'm like, ooh, okay, period. I can walk in forgiveness, and it's the ability to let go. And then not letting the stresses of the world weigh me down. I fully rest in the promises of the Lord. Every day, even when I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming, this is stressful, I have to take a moment. I pause and I'm like, okay, God, now you said in your word, you got to give the word back to the Lord. You said that you got it, so take it. And you know, and I leave it there. And it's not every day. It's not like, you know how like sometimes you go to church and they're like, oh, you came up to the altar, you're free. Leave it there. Okay, healing takes time. And see, sometimes, so that means deliverance takes time. That means sometimes it's not instant. And sometimes, you know, we hear that and we're like, oh my gosh, but it's still. And so then we live this life of like, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, I don't feel worthy enough. But it takes time. Yes, I left it at the altar, and no, I don't want to pick it back up. But healing takes time. I remember when I was very sick, it took almost 3 years for the doctor to say, hey girl, I don't got to see you every 3 weeks. Hey girl, I don't got to see you. I'm going to see you once a year. Healing takes time. So the same in the natural is the same in the spirit. Healing takes time. Deliverance takes time. So resting in the promises of the Lord, it takes time. And it's okay if you're not there today or tomorrow, but let the little things, like those little things that weigh you down, just give it to God. I promise you that weight, that stress, it'll melt off you. Or whatever you choose as your higher power, because I understand you got the power to choose who you want to be, your higher calling, or who you gonna give it to. For me, that's Sky Daddy. Okay, so now we're gonna go into entrepreneurship and small business growth. So it says, somebody asked me, when did I get started with my entrepreneurial journey, and how did I make it happen when I didn't have money or didn't know people? Okay, so I got started at a young age. I watched my grandparents. I watched my grandma. My grandma was the candy lady. My grandma, she had a daycare. Okay, my grandma was always out here hustling. Okay, she always had a business plan. She always knew the next step. I watched my granddaddy. He always, every time I seen him, he was doing something new and different, and that excited me. I watched my mom. My mom still has a business. Like, she's still out here grinding and still got the same clients. Like, my mama has clients that watch me grow up from middle school to now. And now they've watched my children grow up. You know what I mean? So the hustle was always inside of me. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? The resources, and the limited connections, you just have to learn how to tap into your creativity and your innovation. And sometimes, you know, your creativity and your innovation is for you, and it's a niche, and you don't realize that it's a niche, but you walk in fear, and you're like, oh, what if they don't receive me? Oh, what if it fail? But what if it fly? What if that's the thing that makes you a millionaire? What if that's the thing that is the next big thing, but you playing small? Like, for example, I remember when I was in middle school, and we were sitting in class, and my teacher, we were talking about innovation, and my teacher, this was before it was called CTE, my teacher said, what is something that you would like to see happen in the future? And I said, I think we should have TVs that talk to us, and TVs that if I say turn on, it turns on, and I don't need a remote control. And what do we have now? We have smart TVs, right? What if I had the tools back then? Baby, I could be baby. You understand what I'm saying? So don't let your visions and your dreams, write them down. Don't let those things stop you. Like, tap into free resources. There's so many free resources, and I understand as POCs, sometimes we don't know what those resources are, but if you never ask, it's always going to be a no. And even if it's no, have a follow-up question. Don't allow people to tell you no. When I always say, don't talk. Well, now I say, I'm not letting people talk fear into my plans. Move out my way. Okay? Because if you walking in fear, please move, because the vision was given to me. I heard, it was on TikTok, y'all. Y'all know. Okay, I don't know who said it, but on TikTok, I heard someone say, oh, they took me back to Cochran. I heard someone say, my glasses, you can't see out of my glasses. Okay? Because you might have 20/20 vision, but I might have 20/40 vision. So you can't see out my glasses, right? I'm paraphrasing because that sounds good. You can't see out my glasses. I can take a text. You can't see out my glasses. So why are we thinking small when other people can't see the vision that you have, or the innovation that you have, or the creativity that you have? Just do it. Just do it. Okay? What were the biggest mistakes you made early in your business, and what did they teach you? Okay, so the biggest mistake for me, going back to what I was just saying, is that I allow other people to influence my business decisions and talk fear into my plans. So instead of listening to me, I was listening to everybody else, and I made decisions based upon what they thought. They were good decisions, but I wasn't confident in those decisions because that wasn't my vision, right? Those were their thoughts. So I'm going to tell you, okay, so as y'all know, or if you don't know, I own, or used to own, a business called Rose Gold Romance. So when I first had this vision, I was like, okay, I want to do like a modest clothing line, because I really love fashion and I love makeup and stuff like that. So it was going to be like a modest line. I allowed my ex to convince me that we should be in business together, and this should be like a lingerie, bridal type thing. And I was like, okay. But that was never the vision, because my original logo was a rose that was gold, because, wordplay, rose gold. So, and it was supposed to go, like, my label and everything was supposed to be like, but that's not what happened. And I just went with the plan, because I'm like, okay, well, one, I believe in marriage, and I believe that the man is the head and I'm supposed to follow. So I was just following, so allowing somebody to talk fear into my plans or change what I knew that I wanted to do made my business. It was okay. It was successful. I could have sold my business. I believe after we separated, I got an offer for $10,000 to sell my business to this company. I said no, but I had that offer on the table. I could have sold it, but I was like, this is my baby. No. I should have sold it. Hey, how you doing? So don't allow people to talk fear into your plans, right? And then, so the next question was, what advice would you give a woman or man who feels called to a business but doesn't feel qualified? Baby, let me tell you something. My pastor say, who is my mama, say this all the time. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies those he called. Baby, our thoughts are what we create in our world. Okay? You don't feel qualified because you have imposter syndrome. Okay? Don't allow imposter syndrome stop you from doing what you are called to do. Okay? What we think becomes what we speak. So like I always say, y'all, okay, so in church, I talk at church, you know, I give inspirational words at my church. And so I always say, you always know people's thoughts by what they say. And it's true. Somebody who's always negative, they have a negative heart. Someone who's always gossiping about people, they don't like themselves. That's what's inside of their heart. Okay, so what we think is what we speak, because what we think is in our heart. So what's in our heart is what we speak, and what we speak, the atmosphere does, and so then we do. So if you keep saying, oh, I don't know, I don't think I'm good enough, then you're gonna feel that you're not good enough, and then you're gonna start acting like you're not good enough, and then not good enough will come to you. That's why I said every morning you need to be like, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Prosperity finds me. Abundance finds me. I don't say, and I heard Steve Harvey say this. He said, when he prays, he don't say, Lord, I need you to take this bill from me, remove this debt from me, because that means more debt will find you. He says, Lord, bring in abundance to me, because now abundance will find me. So I had to change my mindset on that too, right? Like, I'm not going to be debt free. I want abundance to be attracted to me. So speaking abundance into my life instead of speaking debt free away from me, right? So I speak abundance to me. Okay. The next question was, what does faith look like practically when running a business? Baby, I take Jesus and God and all of them with me every day. I wake up in the morning. For me, my faith looks like this. Me taking God with me every morning. I wake up early. Like if I'm supposed to wake my children up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I wake up about 4:30. The reason why is because my house is quiet. The world is quiet. No one is moving. Like I in tune to myself. I'm like, okay, it's quiet. I can meditate. Y'all listen, I don't even meditate that long. I meditate like 3 to 5 minutes. I meditate. I'm like, okay, all right. I go into my prayer. I read my scripture before my feet even go to the bathroom to go to, do what I need to do. I meditate. I read my scripture and I say a quick, your prayer don't have to be long winded. You know how we be in church and we be still standing up there for 20 minutes. It don't have to be that long. It could be like, God, order my steps today. Lord, guide me today. Lord, bridle my tongue today. Lord, don't let me say anything negative today. Like, Lord, don't even say that. Lord, I only want to say positive things today. Okay? Something simple like that. That's how I take God with me. And then when I have to make a decision, I pause. So now I be pausing, y'all. So like, when somebody asks me something, I pause. Because I'm like, okay, Lord, what you want me to say? Okay. Is it time for me to speak? Okay, because I don't want to make a misstep, right? So I pause before I say something. It's not that I'm saying a quick prayer, but I guess I am saying a quick prayer. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to say? Okay, what should I say? Then I say it. So taking that moment to pause. When people bring things to me, if it don't align with my vision and my goals, that's why I told you to write your vision and your goals down. It should be something that you look at every day. If it does not align, it's got to go, right? Okay. How do you stay consistent in building your brand when your results are slow? For this, I want to give you an analogy of planting a seed. Okay. So if you know, I am a plant mom. All my plants y'all can't see, but I am a plant mom. Okay. And so when you're planting seeds, right, it takes, if you read the back of them seed packets, it may take 30 days to germination, 10 days to germination, 60 days to germination. Okay. So once you plant that seed, you got to put it in good ground, right? So you got to speak positivity over it, okay? You have to tend to that seed. You have to water it. You have to give it sun. You have to give it light. You got to speak to it, need some oxygen, right? You don't plant a seed and then the next day you have a tree. You don't plant a seed and the next day you have peppers. You have to wait. You have to water it. You have to go back and tend to it. You got to go pull the weeds. You got to make sure that the bugs are not eating away at your stuff. You got to make sure that when your plant starts germinating the fruit, that the birds are not eating away at your things. So you have to stay consistent. Whatever consistency looks like for you. If you look at your life and you say, okay, I can only post or I can only work my business one day a week. Be consistent with that one day until you can do 2 days. But be consistent. And same thing with working out, y'all. Because listen, I've been working out. And I've been being consistent. I've been saying, okay, 20 minutes a day. All I need to do is give myself 20 minutes a day. Be consistent. And then once I see my results, then baby, I'm going to pop out. Okay, period. Okay. So, I had a lot of questions about navigating, well, I'm going to call this section navigating divorce and purpose, okay? Because y'all got y'all tea, okay? Because here we go. I'm just gonna read the top 3, okay? This is what I gathered, okay? Here we go. The first question was, how did going through divorce impact your purpose or your business journey? The second question was, what helped you heal while showing up for your calling and your audience? And the last question I'm going to answer is, how can you rebuild after divorce when you feel like you lost everything? Okay. See, I ain't even got no notes right here because I'll just put tea talk. So, like I told you, I started Rose Gold Romance while I was married. Was I married? I might have been married. I can't remember. I started Rose Gold Romance while I was dating or with my ex. Okay. Once we separated, I could not focus. I felt lost. I felt alone. I felt like I had failed miserably. I don't know about y'all, but I took my vows very serious to the Lord. Because I felt like that's like the ultimate commitment besides, getting saved. I was like, okay, I'm before the Lord, fear and trembling, telling the Lord that I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life. So I really took my vow serious. So when things did not work out, regardless of how they did not work out, because, everybody got their own interpretation of what happened. I felt alone. I was like, I have failed. I failed at my business. I failed at being a wife. I felt that raising my children, it was just so much. I felt that church. I just felt like a failure. Okay, and I had to sit in my feelings. I sat in my feelings for a while. The Bible says, and I'm just paraphrasing. The Bible says that Moses mourned for 30 days. Okay, I mourned. I might have mourned for a long time, but at the end of that, I had to get up. I had to wipe my face. I had to figure it out, right? For me, at that time, my students, and I used to tell them all the time, like, y'all was my purpose for getting up in the morning, because I did not want to get up in the morning. I did not want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I did not want to be around people. When it was all said and done, I had like 2 friends. And, before that, I had a plethora of friends, right? I had 2 friends. So I was just like, and then I felt like I was overwhelming my friend. I was like, okay, I'm calling you every 5 seconds, like, oh my gosh, girl, let me tell you, I just don't, you know what I mean? So I had to sit in my feelings. So I sat in my feelings for a while. And then I had to say, okay, Darshelle, it's time to wipe your face. It's time to get up. I don't care. And for a while, it was like, I don't care what you do. I just need you to get up. I need you to get up. I need you to do something. I don't care if it's just making my bed. That was the only thing that I would do. I would make my bed. I didn't clean my room. I was like, just making my bed. Okay, so then after that, I went through a phase of, I started therapy. Because I was at work one day, y'all. True story. I was at work. I had just got the phone with my ex. And I was like, I don't know. I was so stressed out. I was like, look at me, my thumbs up. I was like, this man is trying to unalive me or something, right? So I was like, I feel like if he don't unalive me, I'm gonna unalive myself. And that's when I realized that I needed help, and I got into therapy. And I called a therapist. I was on my planning period. I was like, hey, listen, do y'all got appointments right now? Okay. And they had an appointment right then. And they said, hey, we're going to hook you up with somebody this evening. So I had 2 appointments in one day. And that's what really started my healing journey. So I am grateful. I thank God every day for that, because so it was me, Jesus, and my therapist for a while. It was like I was talking to God and I was talking to my therapist. But now, years later, y'all, like 3 years later, I'm finally out of therapy. Hey, I have my maintenance, and I if you know me, baby, I be having my maintenance call. I need my maintenance call once a month. Okay, I don't care. You finna call, you finna talk to me. So that helped me. So with my business, I finally let it go officially this year. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pay to keep the name. It's okay. I'm good on it. So that has transitioned into what now is what you're looking at now, which is a mentoring and entrepreneurship business. And I'm so excited for you guys to come stepping out. Okay. So you still have to show up, but you are allowed to mourn. You are allowed to go through your whatever it is. Healing is not linear. You could be fine for 10 years and one thing triggers you, and then you're like, oh my gosh. And you don't start over from one. You just have one bad moment, because we're always going to have a great day, because every day is beautiful. Okay. I hope you guys don't have any questions about that, because I am at a point, and I was telling my friend today, I am at a point of I don't want to talk about that anymore. Yes, I understand that it's a part of my journey and it's a part of my heal, but the details, I can spare y'all the details, because we'll be here for 50 million hours talking about foolishness. Okay. Straight, pure foolishness. Okay. So, but I am glad that I am healed from that part of my life, and I'm grateful. I can't wait to be somebody's rib, honey. I can't wait. And then I really not only that, let me tell you this. I had to link up recently. I have linked up. My mom is a great resource for me. Okay. My mom is okay, we couldn't be friends when I was little, but we cool now. Okay. Cause like I told y'all, my mama is tough, and I just want her to act the same way that she treated me. I want her to treat my children, but she don't do that, but it's okay. It's okay. But my mom has been a great resource for me. People that's connected to my mom's, other pastors, other ministers and stuff like that. I really leaned heavily into church. I really was okay, that's all I know. All I know is Jesus. Okay. And so I need to stop. I was I need to stop acting like I don't know. And so I found Jesus again. Okay. He wasn't lost, but if you understand what I'm saying, I just started leaning heavy into church, reading my Bible, going to services online, looking at stuff just changing my thoughts, going and changing my algorithm on YouTube to the only thing that's playing is Sarah Jakes Roberts, workout videos, stuff like that. I had to go and change my thoughts. I had to go even on Instagram and okay, I just want to look at nails, because I need to know, what I need for my nails when I go get my nails done. But other than that, really just tapping in. I started all my plants died when we separated. All my plants died, and I was taking care of them. So I got new plants. And when I tell you everything in my house was breaking, it was I had a toilet overflow into my kitchen. Just everything around my house was breaking. I'm I was so frustrated, but I'm you know what? This stuff has to happen, because it was everything that he installed or he touched in my home started breaking. And I'm okay, so I need to get rid of all of that stuff, which helped me because, you know, it reestablished that peace that I needed in my home. And so really just pressing into God and Christ, y'all. That's why I'm like, y'all read the Bible with me, because where we at? We is in 2 Samuel, honey, and King David. Anyway, because we need to talk about Saul, but that's besides the point. I do go to Bible study. I go to Bible study every morning, believe it or not, online. So if you want information about like Bible studies and stuff like that, devotionals that I read, you are welcome to join me at any time. Because I really tapped in, y'all. I have tapped in so hard. Like, I really be out here having speaking engagements. I be out here in people pulpit, not playing. So just really tapping into, you know, my faith and getting around women that know how to pray, don't mind praying. Like, I can literally say, hey, can you pray for me? And instead of them saying, yeah, I got you, they will stop what they're doing right now and be like, Father, in the name of Jesus, I come before you. To the point where now I do that. So like when people are like, can you pray for me? If I don't say yeah, if I say yeah and I don't pray, I need you to check me. Especially if you somebody that's in my circle, like, we ain't gonna pray, because we need to pray, right? So that's what helped me get to the point that I'm at now, and I'm so excited. So that's what I'm saying, get this free game from me now, because I don't know what the next couple weeks gonna hold. So free game. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about self-doubt and mindset. So this question was, what do you do when self-doubt whispers you're not enough, or no one is listening, no one is following you, or whatever? Okay. So I believe that anything that is negative is fear. Okay. Sometimes we have been taught fear, especially POCs, right? We have been taught fear. We're just a feel like, what if this happens? Oh, this is negative, is going to happen. So negativity is fear. And I believe that God has not given me a spirit of fear. Okay. But all that other stuff that go after that. So what I do is I just cancel fear. For an example, if I feel like I'm not enough, then I say, I speak out to, I say, no, I am enough. And I cancel the assignment, or I cancel the thought, not the assignment. See, I almost went there. I cancel the thought that says that I am not enough, because I know that I am enough. Okay. So speaking it out, canceling it out, and then replacing it with something positive works. No one is listening. Everyone is listening to me because I'm listening to if no one is listening, I know that I'm listening. And I know what I'm speaking is positive. And so if I'm listening, then surely someone else will listen soon. Like, you have to like cancel it out. Like, okay, so a little bit about what I do. So I am no longer a teacher. Okay. But I am still in education. And so some of the lessons and stuff that we teach the kids like how to cancel out negative thoughts and stuff like that and replace them with positive things. So, I literally had them doing stuff like this, like saying, I would say like, what would you say if you thought I can't do this? Right. And so then, you know, they would say stuff like, or they said stuff like, I can't do this now, but I'm going to learn. You see how that works? It's the reality of the moment. I feel like I'm not enough, but I know that I am enough. So you can do that too. Okay. That works. So you just have to, even if you have to write it out, I don't do the affirmation stuff around my bathroom and stuff like that. I mean, I do like on my wall by my bed. It does say like, you know, your thoughts create realities and stuff like that. And I am enough. But I don't, you know, some people's houses that I go to, they have all of them. I don't do all of that. But if that works for you, that works for you. Your tea is not my tea, and that's fine. Okay. It says, how do you handle imposter syndrome, especially as a Christian woman building a platform? The same thing. Like, I know that I am called to do things, and I get imposter syndrome, especially, you know, as people of color and stuff like that. Like, we always feel like we have to have another degree, or we have to do things 10 times better than our counterparts and stuff like that. Knowing that I am good enough, and again, like I said, understanding that my voice has power, and the sound of my voice will move mountains. My voice might not be for you. Okay? My voice is not for you. And so what I used to teach my kids in marketing is that when you are strategizing and you are creating a plan, right, for your business, you should have a target audience. Like, what is the one person if you see this person every day in your business, who is that person? What do they look like? Are they male? Are they female? How old are they? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Okay, right? So once you narrow that down, then as you're talking to your one person, right, other people are going to hear you. And I will always use the example of, like, I'm talking to just you and telling you this information, but everyone in the class is listening to me say this. Okay. So that shows you what marketing is supposed to look like. You are focusing on that one person. So for me, imposter syndrome is, I'm focusing on Darshell and who Darshell is trying to reach. Hey, boo. I'm focusing on who Darshell is trying to reach, right? And then I will allow other people to come into what I'm doing. But I'm not looking for everyone. I'm not for everybody, okay? I understand I'm not for everybody, obviously, right? Because I'm not for everybody, and that's okay, right? So you have to get to a point where you're okay that everyone's not going to like you. Social media is fake. You know, we only show the highlights of our lives. Because I can tell you right now, I mean, you probably can't find these posts now because I did a deep dive and I feel like I have deleted everything. Because, like, when I first started dating, because I'm not dating right now, but when I first started dating, I was dating this guy. And he was like, oh, what's your social media? And I was like, And he started going through my page. He was like, oh, is this what your ex looks like? I was like, oh, God. So I had to go do a deep dive because, you know, I had to remove a couple things, But that's how you can beat imposter syndrome. You're not for everybody. You're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine, and that's okay. Okay? So now we have 2 more questions. It says, what is one thing every entrepreneur should invest in, even on a small budget? And my thing is a calendar. The reason why I say a calendar, you need a yearly calendar every year. And what you need to do is invest in yourself and sit down, and you need to write out your goals for your business. When you are a small business, you are writing out your marketing strategy every year. Okay. When you're a big box business like Walmart, I was going to say the other one, but like Walmart or Home Goods, they write out their marketing strategy for 5 years. Okay. But small businesses should be writing out a marketing strategy every year. Even if it's the same marketing strategy and you're going back and you're tweaking that, you want to tweak that. Okay. So you're going to sit down, you're going to write out your business strategy. What my business is going to look like in 5 years. Right. And then you're going to start building out, free game. You're going to 5 years. You're going to start building out what year 1 looks like to 5. Okay. Then you're going to take that first year. All right. Because now you know what that year looks like. And you're going to write down 12. Because every month you should have something that for your business or for your life, even if your goal is school, every month. Okay. This is what this looks like. 12. Then you're going to break down that month into 4 because it's 4 weeks. Free game. Okay. You're going to write that down. What every week looks like to reach that goal for that month, because that goal for that month is going to align with the goal for the year. See where this is going? Okay. Now you have 4 weeks. You have a goal for the month. You have a yearly goal, and you have a 5-year goal. Okay. So now you're going to take your calendar. You're going to open it up. Okay. So you should have already opened your calendar, but you're going to open it up. So for every month, you're going to write the goal that you want. Right. So then for every week, at the end of each week, you're going to write down the goal. Okay. Now you're going to go back. That's why it's going to take some time. Now you're going to go back and you're going to say, okay, January, week 1. My goal is to create an Instagram. I don't know. Then you're going to say, okay, I'm creating my social media platforms. So I need to create content. So day 1, I'm doing this. Day 2, I'm doing this. You're literally going to plan out every day, right? That's your calendar. Every day for 365 days. So that way, and then you're going to look at this calendar every day. And you're going to say, did I do this? If the answer is no, you need to do it. So then what you can do, because what I would do is I would look at it and then I would plan my day around what I had to do for my business. Okay? That is what you're going to do to guarantee success. Okay? So a calendar. Then the last one is, what are your top 3 non-negotiables for growing a small business or brand from scratch? The first one is sitting with yourself, because you're going to have that calendar. So you're going to sit with yourself. You're going to create a clear message. Okay? What is your message? What is it that you do? Right? Who is it that you serve? Why is this important? And why do they need you? Okay? Why do these people, that one person that you're trying to reach, why do they need you? You're speaking directly to that one person. You have to figure out that. Once you figure out who that one person is, you're going to have to do some research. Okay? Or you can pay me to do your research. That's fine. You're going to have to do some research. This is called marketing research, which is research and development. You're going to figure out a brand identity. This is going to guarantee you the best success. You can't say, you can say like, oh, I'm going to start a t-shirt business and my color going to be yellow and pink. And I'm going to use Sarah font. Because each of these things, this is why when people are saying they are marketers, they should be telling you this. Okay, I'm giving you free game. So you're going to look at things like brand identity. You're going to look up colors and what they mean. And then again, use ChatGPT if you're going to do free marketing research. Ask ChatGPT a question. Okay, you might say, hey, I'm looking to brand myself. I'm looking to reach my person that is between the age of 15 and 20. She is a female. She is in high school. She lives in Charlotte. Okay. What would be some colors that I could use for my brand? ChatGPT is going to do the research for you. Okay. Then you're going to say, what would be a font that would reach my audience? Think about it. When you go to Home Depot, okay, what are their colors? Orange and white. What is their font? Okay, who are they trying to reach? Okay, like you have to think about these things. Google it. Okay, then you can design your logo. Okay, period. Then the last thing that I'm going to tell you to do is you're going to have to make time for your brand. If you give your job 8 to 10 hours a day, you should be giving your business at least an hour to 2 a day. Like you're really going to have to take time for your business to grow your business, whatever that is. For me, I give my business 2 hours a day. 1 hour for content creation, the other hour for me strategizing and researching. Okay, that's the free game that I'm giving you tonight. So you're going to sit with yourself. You're going to figure out your clear message tonight. Okay, because I thank y'all for joining me. Oh God, okay, look at me, been on here an hour. Okay, you're gonna figure out a clear message for your business. So you're going to figure out your target market, your target audience. What is your ideal customer? It could be, free game. Ideal customer. Okay, for me, I want to reach Black Christian women, okay, who love the Lord, who want to grow their business. Okay, my target audience is me. Okay, I want to reach women who are between the age of 35 and 40. Okay, I know this. I want them to be bougie country, bougie ghetto, whatever. I want them to be bougie, a little bit country, a little bit ghetto, a little bit ratchet. Okay, like me. Okay, I want them to have. You need to even do stuff like, what's their income? Okay, Because when you're setting your prices, you want them to be able to afford, yes, your products, right? You don't want them to be like, oh, I'm struggling to pay this. No, you want them to be easy for them to afford it, so that what? They'll come back. Yes, clock it. Okay? Because then, now, well, we're going to have to talk about, sourcing products and stuff. But how much do they make? What's their favorite color? Like, you have to really sit down and figure out all of this stuff. That's a part of marketing research. That's why when you out here paying these promoters as marketers, you should be asking them questions like, you should ask them stuff like, okay, what does the package include? Okay, that's given. They're going to tell you. They're going to give you the little package thing. Then you should say, okay, well, you're going to promote on your page. What's the average age range for the people who look at your content? Okay. Is it more men or women that look at your page? Because you're going to need to know these things if you're going to pay somebody to promote. Yes. Okay. Men or women that look at your page. Okay. What's the average age range? Okay. Now, you said that you're a marketer. So based upon my logo, who do you think you already know all of this. Who do you think my target audience is? And that's going to tell you if you need to give them your money. And another question, this is free game. What are the 7 P's of marketing? And if you don't know the 7 P's, what are the top 4 of marketing? That's that free game. Because then that's how you're going to know that they don't know what they're talking about. Look it up. It's 4 P's. The 4 P's of marketing. And my students, if you look at this, drop them 4 P's in that comment, because y'all already know what it is. It's what? One is promotion, right? Because most of these people that are promoters are marketing themselves as marketers, but they're promoters. It's 3 other P's. Okay? Okay? Because if they understand the 4 P's of marketing, the basic 4 P's, then they can help your business grow. But just, people gonna look at your logo, and then because they say if they see your logo at least 7 times, then they'll buy, which is true. That's free game, right? Everybody know that. That's Google that. But when you talking about marketing and growing a business, why would I allow you to promote on your page if your target audience is women over 40 and my audience is women that are 17, 18? My audience is not going to see it. My audience is not going to see that. And I want my stuff to reach the correct audience, right? And then you need to say, another question you can ask them too is, where is the main place that people who watch your content, where are they from? That's another good one. Because if you're trying to be in, I don't know, Gastonia, and grow your business in Gastonia or Lincolnton or Bessemer City, you don't want people from Charlotte, all your content to go to people that's in Charlotte or Concord, because they're not gonna come. Exactly. You see where I'm going with this? So you have to ask questions so that, first of all, you're not giving people your money because it's only $20, baby. In this economy, I need my $20. Okay. And it might be only $20 to you, but when you're starting a business, you want all of your coins to go where they're going. And in this dispensation, in this dispensation, praise the Lord, it's money. It's money. You got to think, y'all. The last time we were in a place like this was during the pandemic, correct? It was so many businesses created. So many people became millionaires during the pandemic. Grab onto this. Grab onto it. I'm telling y'all, it's coming. So go ahead and start strategizing now, right? Because we're going to be entrepreneurs and we're going to be millionaires because we're rich. Okay? So grab onto that stuff now. I promise you, it's coming. But you got to be committed to your business and your brand. Even in a season where it looks like how it's looking. Stay committed to it. I promise you. So if you have any questions, y'all, drop them in the comments. I will answer them in the comments. If it's very specific, I'm going to inbox you, or you can inbox me, because I understand that sometimes, you know, you don't want everybody in your business. So if it's a very specific question about business or marketing, while it's free, no cost to you, tap into the free game. But tap into free game, because it's not going to be free for long. So I've been giving free advice for years, and it's time that I get paid. And also, you know, if you see my content, make sure you give me some stars and stuff, you know, because I want to get paid a little bit. I got about $3 in there. Okay, so anyway, guys, it was such a great time and a great night. Thank you guys for everybody who interacted with my content. I so appreciate you all, and I want you to drop your comments your questions in the comments, and we will do this again another time. Also, like I said, I've been doing speaking engagements, and I'm supposed to be speaking on a Friday night pretty soon. This is a Christian type of speaking engagement, so if you want to see me, you know, come support me, you know, I would greatly appreciate that. I love you all, and I wish you all well. And if you are wanting to tap in with me as I do any of my devotionals, or if you want to know, just read the Bible with me, that's fine too. Like, let me know. I'm here for it, because, you know, I'm here to grow my faith, and I want to grow my faith with people who want to grow their faith with me. Okay. I seen something in Charlotte the other day. I'm not gonna be able to go this weekend, but I'm gonna try to go next weekend. It's like praise and workout and praise or something like that. I'm gonna go to that or whatever next Saturday. So if you want to go with me, let me know. And yeah, like we gonna do this thing. You have that voice. What kind of voice? It's annoying. I feel like my voice is like me. I feel like it's kind of like, you know, ratchet. Yes, okay, girl. Yes, read with me. I'm gonna text me, not right now, but text me, okay? Because I think I'm in Samuel right now, but I'll text you my devotional reading plan and stuff like that. And if you want to join me as we dive into, so my morning worship thing that I do, morning devotional thing that I do, it's at 7 a.m. and it's from the comfort of your home in your pajamas. I was sleep through it today, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. But I was in and out because I was tired. But yes, I would love for you to join me so we can tea talk about the Bible, because baby, it's so much tea in the Bible. Cause why? Anyway, cause why? Anyway, so yes, definitely I will connect with you on that. Other than that, if you have any questions about business, marketing, growing your business, I am willing to help you. I'm giving free game for the next couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna put a price on it. Okay, so let me know. I am here for it. I love all of you guys, and I wish you nothing but success and happiness, and we're gonna become millionaires together. We're gonna be rich together. Okay, we're gonna be sitting on our house on a hill together, and we're gonna be traveling the world while our business makes money. Okay, so I love you all, and we will do this next week. I have to pick a better time because I'm supposed to be in Bible study, and I ain't gonna make it tonight. Okay, pray for us as we travel this weekend. Heaven J, is you going with me? Cause I need to know, is you going? Okay. Hey Danny, I miss you. I love you. So yeah, love you guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye.